Welcome back to Just a Bit Offside. I'm Fish.
K-Dog.
And it's a Monday Night Football recap. The Ravens in town in New Orleans taking on the Saints. The Ravens were the favorite going into this game. They were on the road, but honestly, I'm not surprised here. What was the final score?
This game did not light my pants on fire.
No,
It's kind of boring.
The Saints just can't. They got the Red Rocket. Winston's still not playing. So Andy Dalton at quarterback. Kamara is still amazing, but the team's in shambles since Drew Brees retired. Sorry, what was the final score?
Final score was Ravens 27, Saints 13.
So there you go.
Not to cut you off, they did announce today that Michael Thomas is done for the year.
Well, that's even worse.
Which is horrible because he was out last year too.
Yeah.
And I guess he's got to have toe surgery. So they're pretty sure he's going to be out for the year. And considering their record's 3-6 and their schedule is pretty tough,
they're done.
They're not going to make the playoffs. So he might as well just sit out the whole season, which sucks because I was really excited to see Michael Thomas back this year.
Maybe he will get healthy enough, and depending on where the contract is, he could get dealt to a team that could really use him.
Maybe he'll get healthy enough and go to another team.
Yeah, basically. That's what I'm thinking. So the game, it wasn't that exciting. It was pretty dominating by the Ravens. They have their injury concerns of their own. Gus the Bus Edwards is out. Dobbins is on IR.
Right, yeah.
But Kenyon Drake had an amazing game. What was his stats?
93 yards and 2 TDs.
Nice.
Can't complain about that.
Lamar went over his rushing expectations, projections. Rushed for another 80-something yards.
Yeah, he had 133 yards throwing, 1 TD, 3 sacks, because he's always running.
Yeah.
And 82 yards rushing. Dalton had 210, 1 TD, 1 interception, and 4 sacks.
Yeah. Now, the first touchdown of the game, you're thinking with, and again, we mentioned some of the Ravens' troubles at injury. One of those included star tight end Andrews, and he was out, so he was replaced by Isaiah Not Bloody Likely, is what I nicknamed him.
Okay, all right.
But he scored the first touchdown of the game.
There you go.
So Lamar Jackson does love a few things. One, contract negotiations.
Yep.
2, his mama.
He does, who's also his agent.
Number 3, running.
Yes, he loves running.
He's actually put up a stat last night for Monday Night Football. He is the first quarterback ever to have, or the youngest to get a certain amount of passing yards and rushing yards.
Yeah.
Or TDs and rushing yards. He has 4,000 career rushing yards as a quarterback.
Crazy.
So he loves to rush. And the other thing that he loves is he actually loves hitting tight ends for touchdowns over, I'd say, wide receivers. So they hit the run game. They had the tight end replacement for Andrews in Likely. He scored the first TD of the game. And then it was basically, the Saints just had all kinds of trouble. Kamara couldn't get a touchdown.
Only did 30 yards.
Olave is that your best receiver?
Yeah.
It's not good. So with Michael Thomas out and now done for the year, this game just was not meant for the Saints to win, even though it was in New Orleans and their defense is okay. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens just kind of ran over them.
What's cool, though, is that Deshaun Jackson, who they just picked up, former Eagle,
played,
had 1 reception, 16 yards.
Been in the league since 1988.
It's pretty good.
He's old.
But that's pretty good.
It was a nice sign to see Deshaun Jackson back and kind of pitching in. He did get that 1 reception for 16 yards.
I'm telling you, man. I've been telling you since the start of the season.
Yeah.
Watch the Ravens. Especially with the rest of their schedule. Their schedule is easy.
Let's pick that apart right now as we go into the end of this Monday night recap.
Ooh.
What's the Ravens' upcoming schedule?
Well, now they're on a bye this week.
That's right.
Then they got the Panthers, the Jags, the Broncos, the Steelers. So we're going to count that as 4 wins. Then they got the Browns, right?
That could go either way.
And I'm assuming Deshaun Watson will be back for that.
Deshaun Watson should be back for that game. He actually should be back for week 11 versus Houston, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's right, yeah.
But so he will be back for that game, divisional.
So that Browns game could be interesting.
Yeah.
Then they play Atlanta, win.
Pretty much.
Pittsburgh, win. And then they finish it out with a divisional rival with the Bengals, which could be a really good game. But I think they're going... I mean, it's pretty impressive. I mean, I don't see them
now
not going
the Bengals are
12-5. 12-5, maybe, but I could see it being even 13-4.
So who's going to win that division? The Bengals or the Ravens?
The Ravens.
But the Bengals are also playing really well.
Yeah, but the Bengals' record right now, where do I have it? It's somewhere here.
AFC North.
Actually, they're 5-4. It's not too bad. Yeah,
they just stomped. The Bengals just stomped. Who did they play this last week?
Yeah, it's true.
They absolutely destroyed them.
That is true.
The Panthers.
That is true. I should have brought out the Bengals. I could bring out the Bengals schedule if you want.
I bet you that the Ravens schedule is easier.
Mm-hmm. That's a really easy schedule.
And the as far as the New Orleans Saints, their season is over.
They're done.
Doesn't even matter. They're 3-6 now. They have some tough games up ahead against some NFC peeps.
Yeah. They're toast.
They're done.
They're done.
And yeah, we don't know what's going to happen with the Saints coming up, but they're not going to make the playoffs. So the Ravens, you do have a chance. You do. I feel like your only competition in your division, obviously, is the Bengals. See who's going to take that. But if you're finishing with 11, 12, or more wins, you're basically going to get a wild card spot.
I can't see them finishing with less than 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there's our Monday Night Football recap. The Ravens destroyed the Saints. The Ravens are on a bye this week. Who do the Saints take on in week 10?
Pittsburgh.
So they could bounce back with a win. But again, Andy Dalton at quarterback, no Michael Thomas. It's not looking. You might be able to win that game, but you're not going to be making the playoffs.
Yeah.
So.
Well, in other news, Green Bay, Rashawn Gary, linebacker, is out for the season with a torn ACL. And Eric Stokes, cornerback, is pretty banged up, and he might be out for the rest of the season too. So, great! The dick punches continue. See you next week.
Green Bay not doing well. Who are they facing this week?
Oh, Dallas.
Oh, okay, that's a loss.
Yeah. We don't need any really good linebackers for that game.
Make sure that you guys tune in. Our prediction show for Week 10 is coming up Thursday evening right here on Just a Bit Offside. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram as well for more football content. Until next time, I'm Fish.
K-Dog.
We'll see you again soon.
Peace.